I bet she is happy today. Cause I would be too.
So,
Just when we thought the drama on Love and Marriage Huntsville had settled, everything changed. What unfolded next caught everyone off guard, and this time, the silence is over. For years, fans speculated about the tension between Arionne Curry, Martell Holt, and Destiny Payton. Rumors circulated, late-night live streams hinted at secrets, shady comments flew, and some on-screen moments felt uncomfortably real. But now, Arionne isn't dropping hints, she's speaking out. And when she speaks, she doesn't hold back. This story isn't just about jealousy or heartbreak, it's about betrayal that may have been right in front of us all along, and secrets that were meant to stay hidden, until now.
they hear every little thing that you're saying.
Oh,
Martell,
okay.
every
Well, hey,
last word
stop
that
looking
you're
at the
saying.
comments and engage. Talk to them.
I am talking.
Oh, look.
You ain't got the filter on, dude.
I do. I still know.
Man, God, no.
You look cute with a filter.
No. See, that's the problem.
According to Arionne, what was happening behind the scenes was far more complicated than anyone realized, and if her claims are true, everything we thought we knew could be turned upside down. Let's rewind. Before the interviews, before the tears, before the social media accusations, Arionne Curry was known as the woman who stood by Martell Holt during one of the most turbulent times of his life, when his marriage to Melody Sherry publicly fell apart on Love and Marriage Huntsville. She quickly became the center of attention. Some blamed her, some defended her, but one thing was undeniable: her connection with Martell was never straightforward. At first, Arionne stayed quiet. She ignored the online backlash, didn't respond to every blog, didn't clap back at every comment. She simply said she was in love, a love that sometimes makes people tolerate things they shouldn't. Meanwhile, Destiny Payton appeared as Melody's loyal, supportive friend. But viewers couldn't help noticing subtle shifts when Martell and Destiny were together: lingering hugs, private conversations, inside jokes. Reality TV chemistry rarely stays hidden. Yet, there was no concrete proof, which made the situation all the messier. Arionne now reveals that her doubts didn't come suddenly. There were moments when Martell seemed defensive, unusually quiet or tense whenever Destiny's name arose. One night, Martell called her, emotional and nearly in tears, talking about stress, drama, and Destiny being upset. That's when a question struck her. Why was he so affected by another woman's emotions? The question lingered, and when something sticks in your mind like that, it usually signals trouble. She confronted him directly, asking not casually but clearly, "Are you involved with Destiny?" The silence, the pause, the tension on the phone, it was telling. Instead of a firm denial, he deflected, accused her of overthinking, and changed the subject. That avoidance hurt more than words could. Dodging a question often speaks louder than admitting guilt. Arionne didn't explode online. She didn't expose him during the show's chaos. She stayed, waited, and hoped she was wrong. But more signs emerged: late-night calls that didn't make sense, Martell and Destiny appearing too comfortable, whispers from people in Huntsville suggesting the bond was more than friendship. Slowly, Arionne felt like the outsider in her own relationship, a lonely, painful realization. The most shocking revelation? Arionne believes Martell never defended her publicly because he didn't want to upset Destiny. While she was being dragged online as the homewrecker, the man she loved stayed silent, not for peace, but to protect someone else. That truth, she says, shattered her. Criticism from strangers is one thing, but feeling unsupported by the person who claims to love you cuts much deeper. Arionne shared that at times she felt used, like a tool to manage Martell Holt's image. When headlines turned negative, she was suddenly needed. When he sought sympathy, she received the emotional calls. But during calm moments, she felt pushed aside. And guess who was often around then? Destiny Payton. Destiny has never publicly admitted to anything romantic with Martell, maintaining her role as a friend navigating cast dynamics. But if Arionne's claims are true, it's a betrayal not just of her, but of Melody Sherry as well. Destiny was once close to Melody. Suddenly, subtle shade, awkward group events, and side-eyes that fans replayed on screen no longer feel random. They feel intentional. Arionne also emphasized her kindness toward Martell's children, insisting she never spoke poorly about their mother. Her conflict was with the adults, not the kids. That part of her story is softer, showing that even in pain, she tried not to hurt innocent hearts. She stayed silent for so long because she didn't want to appear bitter. Already painted as the villain, she feared accusations of jealousy if she spoke out about Martell and Destiny. She smiled in public, defended him privately until she couldn't anymore. When she finally spoke, it wasn't calm or polished. It was raw, filled with frustration not just at Martell, but at herself for ignoring red flags, accepting half answers, and trusting promises that never came. The breaking point came when she realized she was always the one explaining things publicly, while he stayed protected. Once loyalty vanished, the truth poured out. The internet erupted. Some fans fully believe her, saying Martell and Destiny's chemistry was obvious from the start. Others see this as a hurt woman seeking someone to blame. But this isn't mere gossip. If there was any truth to the alleged affair, it could rewrite Love and Marriage Huntsville history, shifting alliances, redefining friendships, exposing hidden cracks. Even without proof, the accusation alone leaves a lasting impact. Questions linger, past interactions are scrutinized, and no one involved escapes the shadow of suspicion. Arionne admits the situation drained her emotionally. She felt foolish at times, ignored her intuition, and hoped love could fix what honesty should have addressed, a sentiment many viewers can relate to. Speaking out brings both relief and pain. Relief for no longer holding it in, pain because it makes reality unavoidable. For Martell, it may mean facing questions he avoided for years. For Destiny, it places her at the center of a storm she might not have anticipated. For Melody, any truth validates suspicions she hinted at long ago. Secrets don't just affect two people, they ripple through everyone connected. With Arionne breaking her silence, the energy has shifted. Fans are rewatching episodes with fresh eyes, analyzing body language, connecting dots. Whether the full truth ever emerges or not, the narrative has changed. Exposure isn't always about proof, it's about finally saying what's been held inside. So, what really happened between Martell Holt and Destiny Payton? Emotional, physical, or a misunderstanding gone too far? Only they know. But Arionne has made it clear she will no longer carry this weight alone, and that decision may open the door to even bigger revelations. The story isn't over, it's just beginning, and in Huntsville, secrets never stay buried for long. Now that Arionne has spoken, the questions aren't slowing down, they're multiplying. Fans are dissecting every past scene, every interaction, trying to piece together what was real and what was carefully hidden. Every glance, every private conversation, every laugh between Martell and Destiny is being scrutinized under a microscope. What once seemed like innocent moments now feel loaded with meaning. Meanwhile, social media is buzzing. Clips from past episodes are resurfacing, hashtags are trending, and discussion boards are lit with theories. Some viewers are taking Arionne's side, saying she was blindsided and manipulated. Others argue she's misreading the situation. But no matter which side you fall on, one thing is undeniable. This revelation has changed the way we look at everyone involved. The tension doesn't just affect the stars, it ripples through the fan base. Friendships are debated, alliances questioned, and the show's narrative is being rewritten in real time. What was once reality TV entertainment is now a real-life drama, and everyone is watching to see how it unfolds. Arionne's next steps will be crucial. Will she continue to share more details? Will Martell respond? Will Destiny break her silence? Every answer, or lack thereof, will fuel speculation and intensify the drama. One thing is certain, in Love and Marriage Huntsville, nothing stays buried forever. Secrets, no matter how carefully protected, eventually surface, and as Arionne has proven, breaking the silence can change everything, forever. The question now isn't just what happened, but what happens next. And if history has taught us anything about Huntsville, it's that the next chapter is always more explosive than the last. As the dust begins to settle, one thing becomes clear. The people involved are no longer the only ones affected. The fans, who have followed every twist and turn for years, are now emotionally invested in ways they never imagined. The lines between reality and television are blurred, and what was once just a storyline has become a real-life investigation for viewers. Every social media comment, every behind-the-scenes clip, every throwback interview is being dissected. Fans are connecting dots, replaying moments, and reinterpreting interactions with a new lens. The chemistry that once seemed subtle now feels undeniable to many. Even casual gestures, the slight smiles, the glances, the lingering hugs are being reevaluated as potential evidence of what could have been happening off-camera. And yet, some fans are holding back judgment. They remind themselves that there are always two sides to every story. What appears clear from the outside may be entirely different behind closed doors. But even the uncertainty itself fuels the drama. Questions keep circling. Was it emotional betrayal, physical, or just a complicated misunderstanding? How much did Martell really care for Arionne, and how deep was his connection with Destiny? And most importantly, what will happen now that these accusations are public? Meanwhile, Arionne's decision to speak out has inspired others.